Hello, I'm Dan Beasy, part of the ITM class on Tuesdays for Mr. Don Hardaway. My presentation is on supply chain management, excuse me. Supply chain management is a new essential method for operational efficiency for a major corporation. Here's the overview. What exactly is supply chain management? I will list the three main flows of it, the two types of software for supply chain management, and also the advantages of supply chain management. Now, I'm going to discuss after this slide what exactly is supply chain management. Supply chain management is the management of the flow of goods and services. This includes the storage and distribution of raw materials, current inventory, and finished goods. The overall purpose of supply chain management is to carefully overlook the finances, information, and materials that are involved as suppliers, manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, and consumers all interact with one another. This is how it works. The raw materials are brought into the businesses or organizations for the production. The finished goods continue to be processed and are ready for distribution for buyers. The buyers will finally receive their goods in the best way imaginable. Now here's a picture of the process. Here first are the raw materials. They are then sent to the suppliers, then sent to the manufacturing company, then sent to the distributors, then sent to the customers, and finally the consumer receives the product. The next few slides I'm going to talk about the product flow, the operation flow, and the finance flow that make up the three types of flows of supply chain management. The process flow. Process flow is simply the time the raw materials are ready for use to the time the end product reaches the customer. Now, the information flow. The information flow is nothing but the sharing of information between the customer and the supplier. This information flow involves transmitting orders and updating the status of delivery. Now the finance flow. The finance flow is the funds flow from the consumers to the manufacturer and then from the manufacturer to the supplier. The financial flow consists of credit terms, payment schedules, and consignment and title ownership arrangements. Next few slides, I'm going to discuss the two types of software, which are planning application and the execution application. The planning application. Planning applications use advanced algorithms to determine the best way to fill an order of a product. Now here's the execution application. Execution applications focus on the specific being of the product and the movement of raw materials, assembly components, and completed products. The financial application includes the financial information between all parties accountable during the transaction of goods. Now here are some advantages of supply chain management. This one specifically from the owner's perspective. The owner's perspective. Supply chain management increases efficiency and production of all business operations. Now, here's a customer's perspective of the effects of supply chain management. The delivery of the process is very systematic, and the customer receives the specific good it wants very swiftly, and the product is very efficient during the process. The next two slides, I'm going to talk about the reduction costs, minimize delays, increased productivity, and enhanced collaboration that are all advantages of supply chain management. Costs. The efficiency supply chain management creates leads to lower costs of goods. Relationships with raw material suppliers will become strong and could lead to cut costs of the raw materials needed. Now, minimize delays. Supply chain management ensures that production or manufacturing never slows down or comes to a halt because the company is out of supplies to make its products. So delays won't be a factor in the distribution of the product. Now, increase productivity. The constant flow of raw materials into a company helps products be created faster. Buyers receive their goods in the best efficient way possible, and they will continue to buy from the companies as a result of the great productivity and the quick delivery of the product. Enhance collaboration. Supply chain management proposes a method that allows the company and the workers in the company to all work together to create the best product possibly. Oh my God.